Okay, guys, welcome to your Unit 6, Week 2 journal writing, and this one's going to be about the new story, Dr. Knowall. So this is the journal that you'll be using for Week 2. On the next page is the writing prompt, and you can use the scribble tool to help you annotate what you have to write. So if you look, it says you are the character, so you're the character Crab in Dr. Knowall. You're going to plan and write 3 journal entries describing your thoughts and feelings during each of the following scenes in the story. Your first meeting with the doctor, your first meeting with the Lord, and your dinner at the Lord's house. Make sure to incorporate specific story events and details from Dr. Knowall in your writing. So I'm going to annotate the things that I know I have to do. First, I know I'm the character, Mr. Krabs. All right, and then I have to write 3 journal entries. That means 3 instead of 1 like last week. So we're writing 3 journal entries about my feelings and my thoughts during the following scenes. There's 3 scenes. One scene is when you're first meeting the doctor in the beginning. And then you are meeting with the Lord in the middle. And then your dinner at the Lord's house. Okay, and it says that you have to make sure to incorporate specific story events and details from the story. Okay, so I know I have to do those things. I am Mr. Crab, writing 3 journal entries about my feelings and my thoughts. First, how I felt and what I was thinking during your first meeting with the doctor. Then my next entry is going to be the meeting with the Lord. And my next entry is going to be with the dinner at the Lord's house. Okay? On the next page is the mentor text. That's just the example that you want to strive for. That means that this is the perfect exemplar, the perfect example of a final entry. Remember, this is just one. We had this last week. Okay, so remember what's included for each entry. So each entry should look something like this. That means you're making 3 of these. I know. Okay, on the next page, I did this for you. First, you're going to log into Clever and get into Benchmark. And then, once you're signed into Benchmark, you can come back to the journal and you can click on the picture and go to this link because it'll take you to the story. You can't mark it up. See the back? It's just helping you read the story. You can't annotate because the back is not free to annotate. Okay? But if you want to annotate, you can go into your own close reads. Anyway, so if you click on the picture, you're going to read this section on pages 12 and 13, and you're going to tell me the events that happened and how you, as Mr. Krabs, felt during meeting the doctor in the beginning. So events that happened on pages 12 and 13 about you meeting the doctor, and then over here, how you felt about each event. Okay, once you finish that, you go to the next slide, and that's where you type your journal entry as Mr. Krabs. So you would say something like, today was an amazing day. I was walking and I met in town, and I met, a doctor. The doctor, after talking to the doctor, and then you just keep going and tell me everything that you did and how you felt when you met the doctor. On this next page, you're doing the same thing, except you're doing it for when you met the Lord, meeting the Lord. So here's the page again. If you can read it on this sheet, that's great. If not, you can log into Benchmark. But you're going to type me how you felt about meeting the Lord and what happened. You're retelling the story about meeting the Lord and how you felt during that time. Okay? And then slide 7 is the last journal entry. And that is this page where you're at the dinner meeting all those servants. And you're going to write down, as Mr. Krabs, what you were thinking and how you were feeling during the events of having dinner at the Lord's house. Okay? And on the last page is your checklist like last week. Make sure to go back to each entry and see to make sure that you have all of this on each one. Okay, good luck.